Holy shit. Did I just stop recording? No, I didn't even start recording. Oh, I am so pissed. Well, hello again. Welcome back for another daily buying advice of repentance. The whole fucking time I was recording for over an hour, I didn't record. What the fuck? Did I not press a fucking... Let's see. 50 minutes. Wait a minute. Yeah, I did not even started recording this until now. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, well, I'll give you up to speed. I just spoke for like a fucking hour of like all sorts of stuff, right? Into the void. Now, you know, whatever I just spoke about, you know, it's gone in the void now, up into space, you know, echoing out into space, into the infinite of space now. It's not going to hit your ears, unfortunately. I kind of give you a synopsis here. The setup, 8 hour and 10 minutes, right? Going to beast fight. I started off with R key, right? Oh my god, I am so pissed. I had some good stories. Well, maybe I could talk about a little bit of them. I was talking about a lot about the console stuff. We don't need to talk about too much, I guess. But let's talk about like running a magnet on my mother's monitor back then, right? And so that was one thing I was talking about. And I did that with like it's a magnet with like a handle to it. It's meant for like picking up bingo chips, right? My grandmother used to go to bingoing, and I used to go bingoing too at the time, growing up. And I would just run them on the monitors, TVs or whatever, right? At home. And I didn't know better. And I scripted the monitors. And I was just looking up on earlier about how to fix it. And there's a setting where you can just like reset it instantly. And I was talking about it too, where they're like, if she was sending that in to get fixed with the repair guy or not, because I was also screwing up the computer at times. Like early on, like I was deleting files, right? This is gonna be a short video, by the way. I apologize, but like, I fucked up. I thought I was recording, apparently not. Oh, there's your seed, L1GA0F9C. And you can see some of these items here. And so like, I deleted a bunch of files and I scripted the computer, the early days, like 95, 98 and stuff, right? And then later on, like XP days and stuff, I would get viruses either from pirating games or like going to websites and they had viruses on them too. Okay. I didn't even know you could fucking do that with that. What the hell? Can you do that with any kind of bomb or just like this specific explosive bomb? Well, anyways, how I learned about like deleting files, for example, as a little kid, I watched my mother, like I'd done over the years, even after that, about what she was doing, how to do things, right? Photoshop editing, bidding on eBay and stuff like that, right? And so that was just one of those things I picked up on, and I didn't know better, and I fucked up her computer, and it had a costly repair. And then the virus thing too, which I learned the piracy thing from her. So, and then of course browsing the web, probably learned from her too, because that was a new thing too for us. And then what else was there? The eBay thing. So there's another thing. So I figured out how to do the eBay thing on her account. She stayed logged in, right? So mistake number one for her, but I'm not saying that's completely her fault. It was my fault for bidding on stuff, because this is what happened. I bet on a few things, right? They're Harry Potter themed stuff. I wanted like the Birdie Bots every flavor beans, the chocolate frogs, and I think there's probably like the wizard cards. I know like the frogs I think came with the wizard cards too. I think those are what I got. And I watched her bid on it, and it was actually kind of addictive, which was kind of scary at the time. But now it's like not a problem because I'm an adult and I don't have those issues. But kind of scary to think about. It's like, oh, that could have been like some kind of a gambling addiction or something back then, or some kind of over shopping issue, over consumption, shopping holic. But no, so I bet in one of those things. And I don't remember what the outcome with that was exactly, but I definitely did stop betting at some point. It didn't last long. So, that was one story I was giving with, before I realized I wasn't recording. So I had a history with that. And then like afterwards, like I pretty much didn't have like, I didn't have essentially any more problems with like screwing up computer stuff, right? Because by the time I got my own personal computer, like a laptop and stuff, like I didn't have to, I mean, I wasn't, let's go back in and out here. I wasn't, screwing things up as much. I mean, I wasn't really screwing things up with my stuff, because at that point I was getting older. I knew better, and like, I want to keep my shit intact too. And funny enough, the same computer repair guy that fixed my mother's computer, I hired to fix a couple of things for me. Ironically enough, right? And yeah, so there's that. And then I was talking about video game stuff and whatever, console exclusives and changes of things and whatever, right? So I've pretty much kind of talked about that before in the past, those kind of similarities with it. So I'm not going to really touch on that in this video. The short video, unfortunately. What else was I talking about? I was talking about so much shit and like I lost it all. What else was I talking about? Shit. I mean, it was a lot of Halo stuff, of course. My opinions of it and stuff. Console exclusives. Shifting to probably the PC in the future instead of another gen console. You know? Like those kind of little things. Kind of touching upon. Should have done that. I wasn't thinking. Also, we did like Hush. And we got like a bunch of good stuff here. Oh, I talked about like my camera. Well, when I started the video, it wasn't the 11th, it was like the 12th. It's past midnight. When I was starting the video, it was like before midnight, whatever thing. Which I thought I was recording, I wasn't, apparently. I'm paranoid. Recording. Oh, my controller died. You know, that was another thing I was mentioning too. Is like I didn't feel any vibrations, and yeah, sure shit. Here we go. Funny enough, did I charge? Yeah, I did charge these other ones. The ones that died. I think I played so much Isaac, a short amount of time, 2 videos a day again, right? So like going back to like daily and then eat and run stuff. What? Did I even put that in there right? What the hell? I'm all jacked up on caffeine too, so you could probably tell a little bit. Just finished a batch of coffee as well. There we go. Just gotta say, I had a feeling that was what happened. And I can't do anything because I must have like did something to where it's like, okay, let's try it. Okay, it's fine now. Weird. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, just kind of talk about different things. The camera thing, it's going to come in today now. I mean, at this point, because it's the next day, Saturday. It was Friday when I started this run. So Griffin sucks. So I'm very curious about this camera my mother had, and then somebody had for a bit. Borrowed it from her. Hadn't been touched. I mean, hadn't been used for like 20 years, let's say. So there could be stuff as old as '05 on there, right? Like a videotape of some sort. And that's only assuming if there is a tape in there, right? That's only assuming there's a tape in there. The problem is there's no way to know until you open it, because it's all covered up completely. And the thing would be super preserved pretty much, unless there was some kind of internal leak that I'm not aware of. And I had to get the special wire on eBay, which, you know, I just talked about eBay a few minutes ago about the bidding stuff. Which now it's funny to think about too, how I bought a VCR for over $500 in this day of age for preservation. If I were to tell myself then when I was doing the bed in the chocolate frogs that I was going to use eBay in the future to buy a VCR for preservation of like home movies, I'd be like, why? We already have a VCR. Why waste your money? Why can't we get more chocolate frogs or something? We'll probably play this machine a little bit, huh? Just for funs. So, and going back here, it was pretty hard to find. It was kind of hard to find the thing I was looking for, right? The wire, because it's a type of wire it's this type of power wire / power charger for the battery, right? So you can connect it directly to the camera, or you can just charge the battery and wait, right? And the big deal is to just plug it in and then just open it up. That's why I'm getting it for. Now, the good news is it isn't like super expensive. I wanted to get it to open it up, and also maybe use the camera in the future too. Or something. Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, we probably don't need that. We're like super powerful, but I'm very curious. And today would be the day when the thing comes in. And I think how I'm going to approach with opening it is like do a video of it, right? Record a video of it and be with the person that had the camera. And so we both be surprised. I want to do that. Something special, because they had that camera for 20 years. They have no clue. I have no clue. He might have some kind of an idea, but he's not sure. That's the thing. And there's a tape in there, like, he's only guessing of, like, what could be on the tape, right? But he's not 100% sure. So this is going to be a surprise for us if there is a tape in there. If there isn't, oh, we got that unlocked. Wait, we spent 99 cents in the machine? And the fucker didn't break. We've been blessed. Blessed or cursed, I don't know. Well, I guess it's blessed because, like, we kept the machine going till we can get more stuff out of it, but Then again, we're so powerful. What's the point? Whatever. We got the achievement, though. That's a pretty rare get. Well, we might have played other machines, probably like I might have played it years ago, this file, and played the machines, and unknowingly put some of that in there. Maybe. All right, now I'm going to look this up. With the razor blade unlock. Where's the golden razor? All right, what does it say here? In a single run, obtain 99 coins and spend all of them. Is that what that does? Obtain 99 coins and spend all of them. Well, didn't I fucking do that before? Because I have bought like a tremendous amount of stuff, like in the shops, in the black markets and stuff. Did I have not done this in the run? Because I got like a buttload of money. Well, it counted towards the machine, so I guess I was giving it like beggars too. And I dumped 99 cents in the machine, and they gave me that achievement shortly before that, so maybe it's like limited to machines. But anyways, I'm hoping there's a tape in there. I'm hoping there's a tape in there. Because that is like some home movie. Because like there's one home movie I don't recall seeing before, right? That I did back up. I think. Or no. There were two. From two different eras and two different cameras, right? I don't recall ever seeing. I've seen photos of one that came from that, I think. But the other one, it was much older. That one I didn't recall ever seeing. Right? This one's going to be new to me. If there is a tape in this one. But it's going to be new for like me and this other person. Right? In a way. It might jog their memory if there is a tape in there. But this is definitely going to be new for me. It's going to be somewhat of a new experience for them. So they don't have like a full clue. It might remind them that there's something on there, but they would never have guessed it. Probably. And I'm very curious. Very curious. I'm also very curious, too, about fixing that broken VHS-C tape. I'm pretty sure there's something on there. And they brought up a good point, too. They were bringing it up as well the other day. It's like, this is kind of the last of these, home movies or whatever kind of things from of a different era of our lives. Or like of my life and stuff, too. And that thing again. I got that from the Daily. Oh, yeah, I did record the Daily, didn't I? What am I doing here? Looking for it. Whatever room. And that's an interesting perspective to think about, right? Because it's like, there's only so many VHS tapes, VHS-Cs, high 8s that I have that were home movies. And I got these broken ones I have yet to get fixed and go through, too. So what is this broken VHS-C tape? To know what's left. From what I was told, there's supposedly more VHS tapes of home movies. But as it stands, I got these broken tapes. There could be more that I have stowed somewhere outside of this place. Possibly. I mean, that's how I found the many VHS-C tapes that I thought I had, but then I had it, like, not ideal conditions, but they fortunately survived, thank God. I have to check on that. I'm hoping there's nothing else out there. If there is something else out there, I'm hoping to survive. Part of me is like, I hope there's something out there, and also I hope there's something out there that survived. But I haven't had any issues with losing any home movies. With like mold or something. Something very devastating or destroying the tape completely. These ones, this is why I kind of question whether it's one of those home movies or if it's something else. And I have no clue. I wish there was a simpler process, a cheaper process to figure this out, but there isn't. The person that's going to fix the tape, whatever business this is, they're going to be the ones that discover it first. It's going to cost me. I have very limited choice, right? If it was a disc, it was a hard drive, like, it makes a whole lot easier on me. You know? These dirty, filthy, rotting, disgusting flies. They come to pester me in hell. Hell yeah. So I'm very curious. I'm hoping there's something. I think what I'll end up doing, you know, on top of what I was saying earlier about doing the reveal with somebody, the one that had the tape thing, and now the silence, no flutterings here, is once, if there is a tape in there, maybe bring them back to my place. I get things kind of hooked up, probably have things hooked up ahead of time. You know, if there is a tape in there, I get it ahead of time. Well, let's see. How am I going to do this? Actually, shit. Because the audio... Fuck. Now I gotta think. Because the audio isn't going to play while it's or it'll play while it's recording, right? But you can't hear it while it's recording. If that makes sense. You're just going to see a picture. I might still do it. Bring them over. We both, like, witness it, even though it's silent. That's just the way it's built, right? Because I can't switch the signal over while it's, like, converting. Because it fucks something up with the audio and pictures stuff, too. That's why I have to keep the TV on while I'm, like, capturing with the capture card stuff and everything. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't turn the screen off because, like, there's something weird set up with the encoder and everything, which I don't have a problem with, you know, as long as it works. Red key has appeared in the basement. Look, okay, thank God I didn't fuck that up. Hello. Goodbye. And we got the yes, that other challenge, that cursed son of a bitch challenge. Yes. I love it. I love it. And we got that weird Eden character where if we just beat it on the beast fight or whatever, we unlock TM Trainer. Oh, well, this is hard. We might just watch the cutscene for fun, huh? I haven't watched it really in a while. So yeah, it's so got that kind of coming in. And still gotta get some discs to back up some more stuff. I'm assuming the discs are gonna be fine to buy on Amazon right now. Because they have this weird tariff stuff going on. But the discs are made in Taiwan. So, well, actually, let me think. Let me rephrase. Let me go backtrack. Because all these other countries still have their tariff amounts, not as high as China, but they canceled a bunch of orders on Amazon, so it might be more than just China orders. So I haven't tried ordering anything since it went to effect, right? I got stuff in the nick of time before these ever got to like announced or affected or whatever, right? Stuff that's made in China. Pretty much, you know, VHS, like VHS tape protectors, and then like a disc, like container thing to keep all my discs in to protect them too, with like a little lock that's kind of a joke, but it's still like fine. I wasn't worried about the lock being kind of cheap ass or anything, plastic little thing, right? Someone could just bust the plastic top over there and get in the discs. I'm not worried about that. I was looking for an enclosure for all those discs. That's it. Not like... Oh, hello. Teleports behind you. Nani? The sky above open. Yeah. Anyways, this is kind of a short video here. Apologize with that screw up. Would have learned a lot of other things I might have forgot. Mostly just video game stuff and like the Halo 4 or Halo 5 like promotion stuff and everything, and Man of Steel and just different random things. Yeah, so I'm curious. I still got this weird big ass thing. It's not an SD card, but it was like an early SD card experimental thing, right? I gotta like find a special thing adapter to plug in the computer and clone that and do whatever. Plus I got a bunch of these floppies too, which I think many of them or most of them or probably all of them probably don't work anymore. As I found a few of them just didn't work anymore so far. And the ones that did work briefly worked, and they just shit out and I couldn't get them to work again. So you gotta do it fast. It sucks. It sucks the floppies are like that, but like, you know,
are you sure this is how you want?
if I did it well over a decade or two ago, maybe I would have it. Well, 2 decades ago, I probably would have a hell of a chance.
How about we tell
10 years ago, that's pushing it, but maybe a chance. I don't know. I don't know how long those damn things last.
Getting sleepy yet?
But
Okay.
fuck,
So,
I could probably write data on them just for shits and giggles. Like, well, get a fresh one, just write it, and just send it to somebody. Like what, 100 kilobits? The fuck do I do with that? Everything jars appear in the basement. And we look at that. We got like matching files now. Because nothing really changes much with this until you get to the Dead God. And that's 3 wins in a row. So that's a short video. How long is this? 28 minutes. I guess it's not that bad. It's a lot shorter than what the run was. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.